Hey guys, it's Charmise Idris here from Charmed Handmade, and today I will be showing you how I make my Grapefruit Bellini cold process soap. And it is simply called a Grapefruit Bellini soap because that's the name of the fragrance, and I did get that from Brambleberry. And I also used this mica from Brambleberry as well to make 3 different layers of pink. And you will be able to find the rose gold mica and also the Grapefruit Bellini fragrance oil links in the description below. Down there you'll also be able to find the recipe for this soap. It is absolutely free. Just make sure you click on that link in the description. Now that we got all of that out the way, it's time to make the soap. So the first thing I'm going to do is mix my lye solution. And if you have never made cold process soap or are a beginner, make sure you check out my lye safety video. I'll put it up in the cards above. And then I also have it in the form of a blog post, so I'll put that in the description as well. Now that I have that mixed up, I'm going to set that to the side and I'm going to melt down my harder oils and butters. And to melt down these oils and butters, which would be my mango butter and my coconut oil, I'm going to put it in a heat safe container and then pop that in the microwave for about a minute, and then I'll mix it around and then I'll put it in for another minute. As you can see, I do have a few clumps of the mango butter left in there, but I'm just going to mix it around until it melts because most of the mixture is melted at this point. Now I'm going to put this container back on the scale and add my other 3 oils. Today I'll be soaping in the 80 to 85 degree Fahrenheit range, so once I'm done measuring out these oils, I'm just going to set them to the side just like I did with the lye solution earlier, and my lye solution is just about ready. And the reason I like to soap at this temperature is because I have more control over when my soap batter hits trace. And since I'm working with 4 layers today, I want to have as much control as I can get. Now that my lye solution and my oil mixture are in the temperature range that I like, I'm going to go ahead and start preparing my colorant. And as I stated at the beginning of the video, I will be using 1 mica. I'll just be using different amounts of that same mica. So in one container, I put half a teaspoon of the mica. In the next container, I put about 1/4 of a teaspoon. And in the last container, I put about 1/8 of a teaspoon of mica. And in order to disperse the mica a little bit easier in the soap, I decided to do a small squeeze of fractionated coconut oil into each container, and I'm just going to mix those up. Now we can set those containers to the side and measure out the fragrance oil. all of the prep work is finally complete, so now I'm going to pour my lye solution slowly into my oil mixture, and I will mix in real time just so that you can see how long it took me, and you'll also see me add the fragrance oil right in the middle there as soon as it's emulsified. Now that I have hit a very thin trace, I'm going to stop mixing and I'll go ahead and split the soap between 4 containers. The 4th container does not have any of the pink mica in it, but it is the top of the soap and I do want that white, so I will add just a little bit of titanium dioxide, and I get mine from Mad Micas. Instead of measuring this out to be exact layers, I'm just gonna eyeball it. These are all the same containers, so they should be about the same, but as you can see from the thumbnail, this is not a like straight line, so it's more of a wavy type situation, so I don't really care if it's exact. Before I pull out the stick blender again, I'm just going to hand mix each container just a little bit, just so that color from the bottom comes to the top. And then after that, I will pull my stick blender back out and start mixing from the lightest, which is the white, down to the darkest, which of course would be the darkest pink. I did decide to mix the last color, so the one that would be on the bottom, the most, so it does have a thicker trace than all of the other ones, just because it's going to have to hold the most weight. So that's why I did that. And then the lightest one, I decided to mix it the least amount, which at the end you'll see I probably should have mixed it just a little bit more, but I decided to mix that one a little less just because I didn't want it to be one huge clump by the time I was able to add it to the top. Now I'm going to pour my soap batter into my mold layer by layer. And between each layer, I'm going to add a little bit of texture with a spoon. And side note, if you are using a spoon or a fork or another utensil that may be in the kitchen, just make sure that it is not one that you will also eat with. If you've been on my channel for a while, you may know by now that I do not plan the top of the soap as much as I should. So you're gonna see me play with the soap a little bit, but I figured something out by the end. So, you know, just stay tuned for that. Since I already have them and this is a pink soap, I decided to add some pink corn flour that I got from Brambleberry to the top as well. Before I come back and unmold and cut the soap, I do want to shout out my people over on Patreon. They help support this channel so much, and make sure you check out their links in the description below. I typically add sodium lactate to my lye solution in order to help unmold the soap a little bit easier and to make it a little bit harder, but I did not do that this time, so I let the soap sit for about 48 hours and then I'm back here now to cut the soap. I'm so happy with how this turned out. This was my very first time doing this technique with mica, but it definitely won't be my last. Next time I think I might do a blue or an orange. This soap will be live on my website starting next week until it is completely sold out. This is just a limited time soap that I just wanted to make for this channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, and if you got this far in the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed to my channel and like it here, please subscribe. All right, y'all, bye.